At least 9 people died and over a dozen are missing in Kerala, where torrential rains triggered flash floods and landslides in many parts of the state. In the north, isolated showers were reported in parts of Delhi and the national capital region on Sunday. Meanwhile, the weatherman has issued red and orange alert for the parts of Uttarakhand, western Uttar Pradesh, and Punjab amid forecast of heavy rain. In one of the heaviest downpours in recent years, 9 people have died and dozens are feared missing as landslides occurred in south and central Kerala on Saturday. The deaths were reported from Thodupuzha and Kokkayar in Idukki and Kottikal in Kottayam district. 3 more bodies were recovered from Kottikal and Kottayam district on Sunday morning, taking the death toll to 9. In addition to floods in hilly areas of Kottayam, Idukki and Pathanamthitta, officials said that rivers Meenanchal and Manimala are overflowing. Several people have been injured and displaced in rain-related incidents, even as dams in many districts neared full capacity. Several small towns and villages in the hilly areas of the state are totally cut off from the outside world. A child has been injured after a car which was racing backwards rammed into a crowd in Bhopal during the immersion of Durga idol. The incident happened on the intervening night of Saturday and Sunday near a railway station at the Bajaria crossing. The incident was captured on camera and it showed a vehicle racing backwards and flowing into the crowd that had gathered for the immersion of Durga idol. The video showed a grey colored vehicle. There were 2-3 people inside the car. Police have started investigation into the matter and they are scanning the CCTV footage to identify the number of the vehicle. This comes after a speeding car moved down people on their way to immerse a Durga idol in Pathalgaon in Chhattisgarh's Jashpur district on Friday. In a major embarrassment for RJD leader Tejasvi Yadav, his elder brother and party legislator Tej Pratap Yadav has declared that he will campaign for the Congress candidate Atirek Kumar in the Kusheshwar Asthan Assembly by-election. Tej Pratap has announced that the newly floated Chhatra Janashakti Parishad will campaign for Congress in Kusheshwar Asthan but will campaign for the RJD in Tarapur Assembly seat. By-polls at both the assembly seats will be held on October 30th. After studying the current political situation in the by-election to be held in Kusheshwar Asthan and Tarapur, Chhatra Janashakti Parishad has decided to extend its support to the Congress candidate Atirek Kumar from Kusheshwar Asthan and RJD candidate Arun Kumar from Tarapur. Students associated with the Chhatra Janashakti Parishad should strongly campaign for both the candidates in their respective assembly constituencies and ensure their victory, Tej Pratap Yadav said on Saturday. The Congress candidate's father and working president of Bihar Pradesh Congress Committee, Dr. Ashok Kumar, had recently met Tej Pratap and sought his support for Kusheshwar Asthan by-polls. It may be mentioned that the alliance between Congress and RJD has broken for the by-polls as both the parties have fielded candidates against each other at both the seats. A street hawker from Bihar and a labourer from Uttar Pradesh were killed in 2 back-to-back attacks by terrorists in Jammu and Kashmir on Saturday. These incidents are the latest in a spate of terror-related attacks in Jammu and Kashmir in recent weeks. The first incident took place in Srinagar's Eidgah area at around 6:40 p.m. on Saturday evening when suspected terrorists opened fire on 36-year-old Arvind Kumar. This is the same area where another street hawker, Virendra Paswan, was killed by terrorists earlier this month. Following the attack, Kumar was rushed to Government Medical College Srinagar, where doctors declared him dead on arrival. Arvind Kumar was originally from Bihar's Banka and worked in Srinagar as a street hawker. Kumar's father told reporters that he had migrated to Jammu and Kashmir in search of a living 3 months back. Reacting to the attack, former Jammu and Kashmir Chief Minister Omar Abdullah said in a tweet that he strongly condemns the killing of a street vendor Arvind Kumar in a terror attack in Srinagar today. This is yet another case of a civilian being targeted like this. All Arvind Kumar did was come to Srinagar in search of earning opportunities and it's reprehensible that he was murdered, Omar Abdullah added. Meanwhile, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar announced 2 lakh rupees ex gratia from the Chief Minister's Relief Fund for the deceased street hawkers' next of kin. India has proposed to host an in-person meet of national security advisors on Afghanistan in Delhi in November. Key stakeholders in the region, including Russia, China and Pakistan, have been invited to the meet. India has proposed two dates, November 10th and 11th, for the meeting in the national capital. The invitation has been extended to Pakistan's NSA Moeed Yusuf at a time when there is increased tension at the border of the two countries. But sources emphasize that all the stakeholders have to be engaged to defuse the impending humanitarian and security crisis in Afghanistan following the Taliban takeover of the nation. Meanwhile, India will participate in the Moscow format meeting on Afghanistan on October 28th, the Ministry of External Affairs said on Thursday. While India had its first formal contact with the Taliban in Doha on August 31st, the Moscow format is likely to be the first formal contact between New Delhi and the Taliban government after an interim cabinet was announced by them.